Henrietta Harris is a New Zealand artist who creates portraits in watercolor. So Henrietta typically does portraits of teenagers who are in different states of uncertainty or maybe isolation. And what she does is she obscures the faces. And the reason why she did this is because she tended to be a perfectionist and she tended to really try to make her images perfect and would end up just kind of giving up. So this was her way to resist her tendency towards perfection. So when she uses the watercolors, she's typically multiplying the faces, or sometimes she kind of does this little warped stretching like taffy. So we are going to use some photography editing skills to create a digital portrait in the style of Henrietta Harris. So the first thing that you're going to need in Pixlr Editor is a photo. You can do a self-portrait. I just shot a quick photo of myself in front of the whiteboard, or you can take a picture of a friend or find somebody to model for you. So I am the only one that's going to see this unless you do decide to use this. It could potentially be a noisy photo because it's going to be a little bit chaotic. So the first thing that we're going to do is we want to use the liquify tool. So when I click on the liquify tool, I want to make sure that the method is push, and the size of the brush is kind of up to you, but definitely make sure that your strength is towards the top. And when looking at the Henrietta Harris artwork, she typically did this kind of taffy stretched look near the eyes. Or on the head in some places. So I am going to pull. So I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to click on the white and drag and pull. And I've kind of created this effect. I can decide if I want to take it all the way across to the edge of the paper or the edge of the image, or if I want to stop. I can also do it in multiple places. So I could stop here. After you have used the liquify tool, we need to do just a little bit of editing to make it look a little bit more in the style of Henrietta's watercolors. So we're going to go over to filter and we're going to choose bloom, and you are going to decide the amount. This is just kind of brightening up our image a little bit. Remember, I'm wanting this to look a little bit more like a painting and less like a photo. And then we're going to go back to filter. I'm going to go to the effect library, and underneath the retro heading, I'm going to go down to Greered, and I can decide on the strength of this. I just want it to look a little bit more like a painting. So I'm pretty satisfied with this look right here. So I'm going to click File and Save and export this. I would like to see 3 examples of this. You can use the same photo or you can do different photos. If you use the same photo, just make sure that you are tweaking the imagery in a way that makes them look like 3 separate works of art.